The Quarantine Cup is of course brought to you by Nikijo Collectibles. Enter code Nolan5 at checkout for 5% off sealed and singles on the site. I personally picked up my case of Burst of Destiny for, I believe it was $1,070 after entering code Nolan5 at checkout. They do more than just sealed though, they do singles. Honestly, probably the most competitive prices on the market for everything at launch. They do also have a little bit of a back catalogue going on with some alternate rares and secret rares that they're updating all the time, so do check them out. And of course, entering code Nolan5 at checkout makes it all the cheaper. But let's get on into the video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NolanTCG, and we are back here for another week of the Quarantine Cup. We're still in lockdown, Jake. Sucks.
Yeah.
Hopefully, no, we're gonna
maybe not long for us.
We're not gonna be in lockdown, but our locals still will be, so that's gonna suck.
Yep.
And
me and Ben are going to play Alistair Mirrors for 17 weeks in a row.
Yes, we will. So, in today's episode, it is me piloting Blackwings, and I'm up against Loza, who is playing Gren Maju.
Yes, this is an old favourite of Loz's, so it was interesting to hear him go back to this. Also, you saying that you're playing Blackwings is a very generous term for what this deck is. It's basically dark bird spam.
Yes, I am starting with Blackwings, and then you use everything else. I do actually think in game 2 of this I misplayed quite badly, and it cost me the game. However, given what Loza opens, probably didn't cost me the game. I was probably losing regardless.
Yeah, fair. Maju do be a difficult beast.
Yes. So, opening up, I didn't have a good starter, but I did have Black Whirlwind, so I could normal summon the Borer and at least get a search off to get me into some combos.
Yeah, at least now you're not locked into Dark, so you can sort of do what you want.
Means we can go for the new part of the deck, which is to set up F-Zero. So,
oh, Jesus.
Loza responds with the Phantasme.
Which I feel like is a new part of that deck. I don't know if I've seen him use Phantasme before.
Yes, it puts a beat stick on board, lets him mulligan a little bit.
Fixes his hand / search Maju if he feels that he needs it still. So
yeah,
I'm for it. I like it.
So resolving. I think it takes a little while to decide what card he's putting back. I do believe during this I forget to use Wystrix's second effect, and I realize like way too late, and I'm like, oh boy, I don't have the ability to now go back and fix this.
That is problematic.
In the end though, I don't think I went with a board that needed it.
Yeah, well, if you're saying, like you'd said before, that you're going for the F-Zero play, then the rank up spell probably wouldn't have been all that helpful at the time. Like, it's always good to get it out of the deck though, so that later on you've got it.
Now it will continue summoning, unless I've hard drawn the Zephyros, it is what's going to be summoned here. Yep, there we come. Zephyros the Elite.
Yep.
With Black Whirlwind on board. Did I straight pass? I believe I did straight pass. Yeah, I bricked quite badly. I didn't have another extender.
Oh.
And because Zephyros can't be used as a link material, we're definitely setting up a wall here.
Yeah, you just put bodies on the board.
So now I believe my set card is going to be a Fogblade. However, discard Danger Thunderbird.
And your set card is going away.
Does not matter. Ideally here, I probably could have chained it to just like target my Wystrix or my Zephyros, because then I wouldn't have a set card for the Thunderbird to be able to pop.
Yeah, but at the same time, it just means that you've got something else for him to hit later on. Like, yeah, I get what you mean though.
I'm almost certain it doesn't matter.
How does Alpha read? I'm wondering if the summon of Alpha was legal there.
It's attack. So I believe he...
Oh, okay. Yeah. By like 600.
Yeah.
Oh, now we have a million... What's it called again? Eater of Millions.
I believe Maju is just going to be the next card that touches down after this.
Oh, okay. That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, while we're waiting for Loz to banish some cards, I'm just having a look here on my card prices app, which is irrelevant for most things. And Titaniclad the Ash Dragon is skyrocketing in price due to the announcement of the Albaz structure.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff's been going up despite the fact there's Mega 10 reprints.
Yeah, but they'll be less pretty, I imagine. Because I feel like they won't give them priority.
Certainly. Yeah. I'd probably, if you were trying to pick up stuff, viewers/listeners, if you've tuned out and are just listening to our sultry voices, I'd probably recommend picking up the Albaz targets that have come out of this year's packs, because they will not get reprinted till next Megatins.
Yeah, so I did that not long ago myself, and I picked up a what's he called again? The Albion, the branded dragon, the one that Fusion summons again. That one's kind of fun.
My apologies, I was interrupted for a second there. But Maju has touched out the board.
So,
this is
yeah, Maju is on the board. And nothing really to stop it. So yeah, I feel like there may be a quick scoop from you. There we go.
Indeed, there was a quick scoop. That was...
And then you said you feel like you made a misplay in this next game.
Yes, we're going to go through that misplay as we get to it. I don't think it was a massive misplay, but misplay nonetheless, I guess. I've completed my side deck. As I'm siding here, I'm fairly sure Loza is siding to go first, thinking I'm going to make him go second, because he was very surprised when I clicked the first box here.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, it's a similar sort of theory to myself with Mech Knights, is people, like, I'm under the assumption that if I go second and do well, that someone's going to make me go first, hoping that I will brick. So I generally do slide for that. But lately that has not been paying off for me, because people have been like, no, my deck does nothing going second, I will go first. So we have a Banish of Chris, is it? Or
yes, Banish of Chris. Chris, the Crack of
Chris,
Dawn.
that's it. I can't remember. That's it. I knew there was a crack in there somewhere. I just couldn't remember if it was his name or if there was something else.
So, I believe this next part is going to be quite brutal, as I banish my Red Eyes Black Dragon. As I get to the end of my combo, I realize one card in my hand was not actually useful, so I could have banished that instead.
Oh, that's bleak.
I like hold on to my extenders and then never need them because he doesn't have a hand trap anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's the thing about Maju, is that unless they play a big impact hand trap like Dimensional Shifter, Droll and Lockbird, like probably not Lancia, just because they can do some off-turn banish stuff as well. But unless they're playing a big impact hand trap, they generally don't bother trying to interrupt your plays. They'll just worry about breaking the board.
Yeah.
Like Phantasme is probably the only exception to that, because it fixes your hand.
Which then helps you break board. On an unrelated topic here, Jake, we're going on our first tangent of this week. Do you have one of the regional deck boxes?
No, the only one that I've ever gotten from, I think it was a 2017 regional that I came second in with bloody Metaphys.
Yep.
That one I sold immediately because I didn't like the colour.
Oh, okay.
So I think that was the pink one. And I was like, I don't want it.
The pink one's quite fire. I like the pink one.
No, I'm not about it. I sold it. I think I sold it to Logan. And then he went around touting that he topped a regional. I'm like, no.
Well, I bought mine from Bowden, so I'm not going to say that I topped a regional to get one of these. But my corners are like all white, and it's very odd. Like all corners. So viewers, comment down below if your regional deck boxes are all white on the corners.
From where?
Yeah, it looks like they've been like rubbing up against stuff. Like just the top layer of whatever it is rubbed away.
Right, that's weird.
So now I come off the tangent to resolve my 4 Strix effects. So now I've neglected to use Y Strix at this point to set the rank up spell trap card. So we're gonna make another 4 Strix.
We do it again. You're not locked into darks as far as I'm aware either. So this is potentially, I was going to say this is potentially Utopic Future zone.
Yes. If I did not banish the Dragoon, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, this would be Utopic Future plus Dragoon.
And then presumably at least one Fogblade set.
Yeah, one Fogblade set.
Damn. That would have been a real good board had you not banished that one critical piece.
Yes.
Welcome to Dragoon decks, where 3 cards in your deck are all simultaneously not important and really bad, but at the same time very good and crucial.
Sad times are sad.
What's even sadder is like if your only play is to activate Red Eyes Fusion, and you know full well it's going to get negated, and then you activate it and it gets negated, and you're like, cool. So now I have 2 more Garnets in my deck that I'll probably draw. Not that it matters in modern Yu-Gi-Oh anyway. If you don't like put up a board on turn 1, you're pretty much dead.
So I believe I'm like holding off my I'm essentially searching ways to make the level 10 synchro that's unaffected by other card effects for the follow-up turn.
Right, okay.
I'm essentially setting up for that, knowing that I've banished the Dragoon and I can't do what I want to do.
Yeah, so just sort of, getting ready for next turn.
Yeah.
Do you still have enough to be able to get to a PK this turn as well?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think I do still go a Rusty line. But the Rusty line is mediocre. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm going to drop the Monster Reborn so that I can extend through.
Monster Reborn just to get...
Yeah. Well, now I'm going to Zephyros and bounce that back, so next turn I have the Harmartin and the Uster.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because those 2 cards combined are the level 10. Now we'll get to a Rusty.
I'm going to send you a link, Ben.
Yep.
In relation to other things.
Oh, other things? How intriguing,
yes.
Jake.
Being mysterious. Mysterious things are mysterious. Oh, I got another missed call from a HTTPS link.
Ah, yes.
How curious.
I have no idea why you guys are all getting those text messages.
I honestly don't know. I've been getting so many of them. It's actually really annoying.
Make sure to comment down below if you're receiving text messages saying you missed a phone call from a HTTPS link. And did you click it and receive the virus you would have gotten?
Please don't click on the link because that would be dumb. Speaking of clicking links, I don't know how to share this. Very annoying. So yeah, you're doing Bardish things. I'll just tag you in it. That works.
Yes.
I will say I won't say that it's amazing, but it's good. Cool. Yeah. So we have an end phase Gizmek. I assume you're neglecting to activate a bit. Yeah. Well, it's not particularly threatening. Plus, you can just negate the actual effect that you want to negate.
Yeah.
In your turn, anyway. We have a Pot of Desires.
Gonna get big banish.
And no response to that either.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to let that resolve. So, to the viewers at home, Jake has tagged me in a sale post for a copy of Darkly Big Rabbi.
Yep. That's the card that everybody wants.
It is pretty broken. Pretty broken indeed.
And we have a danger activation. Oh, a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot will threaten a face-up monster. I believe he doesn't activate it, though, and I'm unsure as to why.
Possibly in his mind, he thought you might be able to take control of the Bigfoot from grave somehow.
It's the fact that Utopic Future can't be destroyed by battle or card effect.
Oh, it can't be destroyed. Okay, why not hit the Bardiche?
He just leaves it for some reason. Don't know why. I mean, I think it was mathematics, and he was like, "No, Maju has to be big enough." But his Maju is more than big enough. He's activated Desires and something else.
Yeah, between Desires and Gizmek, it's definitely big enough. Like, it was big enough just on the Desires banish, right? And he has a second Bigfoot, so why would you not?
Yeah. But do I snipe the same Bigfoot? I do not. I snipe a Maju.
Ooh, Maju. Arguably better.
I believe that he has two. I hit it and I was like, oh yes, I hit the Maju.
We have a possible overlay for a Dingisu here, or possibly a Dragublion, or whatever the dark one is.
I believe Dingisu is going to be the play you're going to see. So I think he's going to try and Dingisu and send the Utopic Future. However, Utopic Future does not negate and destroy. It simply negates and steals.
Yep. Is it once per turn or no?
I believe it is once per turn. If it's not once per turn, big mistakes from me.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if it was that broken. It just stole multiple times.
Once per turn, when your opponent activates, yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I steal it. I believe I move it to play around the possibility of him going Eater of Millions into a relinquished animal.
Yep, that would make sense. Because that would cause you some grief.
Also rather interesting, the Dingisu's protection effect is live, but it will not matter, because Maju will just punch full game anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so potentially he could just summon the Maju and hopefully punch in for like a massive amount of damage, and he's got the Phantasme to negate the targeting of Fogblade.
I think he has a just targeting removal for it anyway. Or I activate the Fogblade and it doesn't matter.
Oh. Possibly a Phoenix? Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Okay. So yeah, Phoenix will come down, probably hit the Fogblade. Oh, and a Thunderbird as well, so getting rid of potentially all the back row.
Yeah.
That's problematic. So, I'm assuming that this back row doesn't matter, so you don't protect it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shade.
And we have a Maju that is on how much attack?
I also just like remembered that Dingisu could have just protected my my back row there. Kept it live.
Yep, could have done so twice.
Yep. Cost me the game. Whoops.
Yep, that's not great.
Big misplay.
Yeah.
That is crucial misplay.
So yeah, and yep, so an 11,200 Maju just punched you in the face.
Yeah.
And it could have all been prevented.
Could have all been prevented. Remember, kids, when you steal your opponent's Dingisu, use its effect to protect. It protects back row.
Yeah.
This has
protect.
This has been a PSA from NolanTCG.